Hi, this is Blockchain Bad. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to integrate ZkLogin using Enoki. Enoki is a Web3 developer platform for Sui that acts like a bridge between Web2 and Web3 users. So, today, I'm going to be showing you how to implement Enoki and ZkLogins in your front end. So, let's get started. I'll be showing you how to integrate Enoki and React applications. So, let me head over to my terminal and create a new Vite application. So I'll just pm. So I'm going to be selecting React, um, then TypeScript. So let me run these commands here. Let me open this on this code. So we have our React application already created. So before continuing, we have to do some things. First of all, we have to come over here to the TypeScript SDK and first of all, let's click on register Enoki Wallet. So this is the React integration. So I'll come over here to my SRC folder, then my app.txx file. Then what I will do for now, I will just remove, I'll just get rid of all this here. I'll come over here and copy this and I'll paste it. Before we proceed, I have to have Misting Lab dapp-kit, Enoki and Sui installed on my in my package. So I'll do pnvmi. Then let's say I'll be installing is the Misting Lab dapp-kit. So I'll copy that. Also I'll be installing Misting Enoki and also I'll be installing the Misting Sui. So we've successfully installed them. Before that, I'll come to my SRC and I'll come and create a component folder. You just call it com to mint. Then after that, I would come over here and grab that code called register Enoki Wallets. I'll copy this line of code again. Now back to my VS Code. I'll call this register Enoki Wallet .tsx and I will be pasting it over here. Few to reading, we have to make some imports. So first of all, we have to import use effects, and also we have to also import use Sui client context for using dapp-kit. Another thing you have to install again is the I think the Enoki Wallet, Enoki, and also you have to install register Enoki wallets. Then after that, I will just make this to be exportable. So export the default function. And the sorry, it's going to be the network, not wallets. Use Enoki network. So after that, let me go back to the documentation again, and this time I will copy this to my app.css file. So one thing I have to do again, let me just get rid of this. I think I've did them before. Important again. One thing I will need to do is to import. We have created a config, so we have to use that one. I would come here and say cut network config equal to create network config. Yeah, function is correct, but so the URL is going to be get full node URL. So we'll be using testnet and mainnet. Let me just leave this too. So we'll mostly be working with testnet. So a lot thing I'll be doing again is to import this. Well, to import this, I have to have that installed. So to install it, let me just this. So I'll do npm add bank stack then slash react square. So let me do that. So we have that installed. So what we have to do right now is to wrap that. Let me just come here and create this shit because create client equals to new create clients. Yeah. Then I would come over here and make this also below. I'll make sure and edit that also. Then I have to import register Enoki Wallet. So I'll come here and say import register Enoki Wallets or components. So we have that here installed. One thing I would want to do again is to create new pages. So let me come to SRC and create a new folder called pages. So the first page that we're creating will be our home.txx. So and come and say home.txx. So we have our home component. So what are we doing right now? I will just let me just return. Let me just write an h1 tag here and say this is my home feed. It's h1, not hi. Um, so I'll get a lab page again, which will be my login.tsx. One thing I can for this login page, I can also be importing it for let me just give what that says. Let me one tag also that says h1. This is my login page. Now I'm going back to my home page. Okay, let me just leave it like this. Let me just import these two pages back to my application. So let me say import home this, and also import login also. So one thing I'll be doing again is I'll be importing browser routes from React community imports. Well, the oops browser routes router. Then I'll put this here. I'll use my app.txt and the browser router. Then route. Then this, and also wrapping this off. And that's all. I have to install React router done. So I'll come and say pnpm add, then I'll fix it over here. So we have that installed. Since I am not, I'll be using this, but let me just rent it out for now, and let's try to run our package. Let's run our code. So I'll do npm run if we will open this in my browser. Here we have it now. This is my homepage. Now, before we continue, I come here again and let's say /login. And now this is my login page. Now let's say you want to create an application where you want somebody as your home page. After logging, you want to take them to our home to login page. So let's go back to our code. Now going back to the rest of Enoki Wallet. We need, first of all, before we continue with Enoki, we have to have the Google Client ID. Okay, let me finish my visual text. Let me just and play what I'm talking about. So let's come back here to the Enoki docs again. Let's go to signing in with Enoki. So I'll be copying these codes from here. So let me just copy this here. And paste. And we'll copy this again. I think I'll copy all of this here. And I'll just replace this with this. So first of all, so coming here, we have some errors. We have this repeated twice, so I will just remove this and make this a type. Yeah. I will. It's yeah. I also put a type in front of this. I think that's it for our login page. So I go back to my browser and refresh, you would see sign in with Google and sign in with Facebook. For now, I'll only be showing you how to implement that of Google. So before we continue, if you notice, you go back to my register Enoki Wallet.txs, we need Enoki API key, and we also need Eco client ID. So let's get those two. Now, to get your Enoki API key, head over to your browser. You have to come over to the Enoki portal. This is it. And you have to sign in. So I would sign in with Google. Okay, so let me choose this Gmail account and continue. Just have to fill all this more. Let me just put this as blockchain bad and put sweet there. Yeah. Let me just put social media and click on next and agree and accept. I'll do this for now and go to the dashboard. So I'll create my first application. I will name it Enoki. Then it does not work, so I'll leave it as Enoki. You just call it Enoki demo here and create that. So after that, we have to create an API key. So for now, I'm only showing how to integrate the login. Next video, maybe I will show how to use the sponsor transactions. So for now, let me just create this and let me use public. I'll be choosing only the ZkLogin and I'll be choosing testnet. So click on save. So after that, we have our Enoki public key. So I'll copy this and head over to our VS Code and I'll paste it here. It's advised we put it here .env file, but for now, just so it's copy straight out, I'll just paste it over here. Now, next thing you have to do again is to get our, I'll just paste this over here. So the next thing I'll be doing again is to get my Google client ID. Okay, in fact, let me just do that. Let me just do it the right way. Let me come here and click the .env file. Then let me call this bytes Enoki API key and I'll paste it. Let me tell you called bytes Google clients ID and let's get our Google client ID. So to get that, I'll head over to my browser again and head over to Google Console. I'm already signed in, so I will create a new project. I have no project, so I'll create a new project. I'll call my project. Let me just call it Enoki demo. Then I'll create a new project. Okay, I said this. Like Enoki demo. Let's wait for a moment. We've created our new project. Next I'll come over here. I'll come over to APIs and I'll come to the credentials. So I'll create a new project. Let me call it Enoki demo of concrete. So I have to come here to configure this first. I'm gonna call it Enoki demo. I'll set my username and next. And now on next, I'll put in my my email address again. I'll click on next, agree, and click on create. So I'll come over here and click on create the outlines. Application type, I'll put web app. Name, I'll still be giving it Enoki demo. Then our authorized redirect URL, I'll come here and choose our login out. So I'll paste it over here, and I think that's all for here. Then I'll click on create. Okay, we successfully created our gotten our Google client ID. I'll copy it and I'll head back to VS Code and I'll paste it. Then I'll still go back to my Enoki portal. I'll come to auth providers. Then I'll pick a new auth provider. I'll select Google. I'll paste it over here. So if you're to add more auth providers, you have to come here and add that of Facebook, Twitch. So I'll just be doing for Google for now only. So after that, let's head over to our VS Code. Then come back to register Enoki Wallet. Then to import our keys, I will come and say import meta write, then Enoki private key. I'll come here again and then import meta write Enoki clients. I'll leave this for now, so I will not be doing that of Facebook and Twitch. So I'll just leave that dormant. So let me come back here and make sure everything is correct. Then coming back to our home page again. So what I'll be doing, first of all, I'll be importing some things. I'll import current account. Use current account from Snap dapp-kit. Then I'll come here and say costs current accounts is equal to use current accounts. Then I want to check if a user is logged in on my own page. So to check if a user is logged in, I would say, I'll come and say if in current account. Okay, let me just say if not current accounts, to check if user is not logged in, I would return give, and it will say something like let me create an H1 tag. H1 tag that says you are not logged in, and then I will give a link to the, let me import link. Then link, then to be directing you back to the login page. But if user is logged in, let me come here and say something like welcome. Then I'll print the wallet address to the user. So I would say current accounts.address, so get the user's wallet address. And next, let me put the paragraph that says you are logged in. I think that's all for now. Let's go back to our browser and try to log in with Google. Okay, so if you look at it, it's working. We're able to log in with Google. So I'll click on this and continue. if you look at it now, it's logged us in and it says these are current address. So now let me try to add the logout button also. So for that, I would come over to my component again and let me create a new file called logout.tsx. Then for that, I'll be importing, let me import use navigate from React DOM. Then let me also import use current account, and I'll also be importing use this ConnectButton. Use this Connect Wallet. Then I'll come over here and do connect account, or I'll say current account is equal to this current account, and I'll say connect wallet equal to this connect wallet. I'll come and say navigate equal to use navigate. Then let me write function say how to log in. Let me just do this. Then I'll say disconnect wallets dot mutate. Then I will navigate back to login. Then I'll say if not current account, just return null. Then after that, I'll just return the button, a simple button that just click out, handle the logout. Sorry, a simple button I'll just handle the logout. Then let me just call this logout button. Logout button. Name this to logout bar thing. So let me go back to my home page again. But this time, let me just give you a logout button. Just it's easier to log out. So let me first of all import my logout button. So say import log out button, and I'll come here and use the logout button. So let's go back to our browser again and test that out. Let me refresh. We go to login. To there's login. I can't find my logout button. Let's see. So let me queue this terminal and start to boot again. So enter on this. Let me open again. Okay, now we have our logout button. So if I click on it, it log me out. So let me try to log in again. So now I can send an email I want. Let me select this email and continue. So look, this is my current address again. So that's it for how to implement Enoki and ZkLogin. So in next video, I'll be showing you how to sign transactions and work with spot on transactions using Enoki. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section, or you can feel free to DM me. I'll drop the link to my social media handles in the description below. So thank you very much. See you in the next video.